Well, we do have one little piece. I've given this a lot of thought as we head into what will be the January sale at the Meadowlands, and a lot of horses being sold after the start of the year. What a lot of people will do, rather than sell their 2-year-olds that obviously look a little tired, or the 3-year-olds, sell them to people at a discounted price, what they hope to do is bring them back, get them qualified or close to qualifying, and then put them up for sale. Now, that's good for a buyer because the horse is ready to go, and it's good for a seller because the horse is ready to go. Now, they don't always get top dollar, though. Sometimes there are bargains to be found. We bought Bolt Power last year for $36,000. Kings County at 73 seems to be a bit of a bargain now. We'll have a lot of horses we are going to buy and build into the stable. Now, I can do this one of two ways. I can tell everybody about it and look to build a group of people that want to be involved with claiming or buying horses privately. That's a little generic, and I want to stay away from that group mentality just because it's not fluid, right? And that's what we found with the groups at the stable, is that they served their purpose. When we had the winter group and the global group, they served their purpose because they were a staging point for what we have now with partnerships when we go to Lexington and Harrisburg and Ohio, and then from those partnerships we can just move singular whole shares so that people can sell them if they want. And that is a much better way to do it, but it isn't the easiest way to go about buying horses. So I'm going to give everybody a heads up. It's a little more complex because people are blindly saying, yes, we want to be involved, yes, in the sales, here's our money. I get that, and I hope you're happy with what we did at the sales this year and how we've operated. I think we've done well in the past, and if there's any indication, historically speaking, and what I see, the preliminary findings and report out of Ohio and out of Ontario on our yearlings, it looks like we're on the right track. Never know what's going to happen when we get into June and July, but it looks like we're on the right track. In regards to that, I do want to put together money to buy horses in the mixed sale, to claim horses, to buy private horses. Now, the problem I have is that when I go and buy a horse like Sintra for $75,000, it's in the heat of the summer. We do have the money, the capital there, right? So we can do that. The thinner part of the year throughout the winter when the horses aren't racing as much. Now, we're lucky we have some racing at Mohawk, but they aren't racing as much. We have stake payments coming out. There's a lot of money moving around, and there's less there. There's less capital available for me to do that. For the staking, a lot of the times we try and get the staking bills out the month before so that people can send their money in, but people are a little slow sometimes. I get it. I understand it. I'm only human too. But every little bit takes away from what we could be doing when we're trying to purchase horses. So I'm going to let everybody know that I am going to the Meadowlands mixed sale. I don't know who's in the sale yet, but I can assure you there's going to be some decent horses in there. I would like to buy some horses that are going to bolster the stable as we move out the horses that aren't quite as good, that didn't work out for us. I would like to replace them with horses that can make an immediate impact at the stable.ca and can be good for us. It would be wonderful if we could buy another Kings County, Patrick de Piranha, or the colt that we had in Bolt Power. Any of those horses would do good for the stable. But to do that, I have to have backing also. So I'm not asking for any sort of financial commitment at this point, but I am going to put together a list. I would like to put together a serious list. What I may do is ask Eric, the site provider, and Kelly if they can put together something where you can opt in. You can opt in and even leave a dollar amount that you're comfortable with opting in for. That allows me to look at that and say, well, geez, we do have people that are interested in being involved with claiming. If we decide, hey, Thursday night there's a horse that we're going to claim at Mohawk, or even the Meadowlands or Yonkers or wherever, there's a horse that we're going to claim and we'd like to do it. And then I look through the list and say, okay, there's 10 or 12 people that are really interested there. There seems to be enough money. Reach out to those 12 people as a group and say, hey, we're looking at claiming this horse, or we're looking at buying this horse on OnGate or the preferred platform or the Meadowlands sale. Are you interested? Having that staging point, that starting point, is very important also. So I think over the next week, I'm going to talk to Eric about it, who runs thestableca.com. Talk to Eric about it and see if there's an option that we can put out there where people can opt in, leave a dollar amount and say, this is what we're looking to do for buying a race horse for the winter. We're not just buying one. We're going to buy multiple horses. When we went to the Meadowlands, we bought Kings County, we bought another one. They were easy purchases, I thought, and it ended up being good. They're not always going to be like that. Please understand, we bought a Handsome Face. We're going to take a bath on a Handsome Face. We are going to get beat down. We paid a lot of money for Dustin. He hasn't come back. Dustin Hanover, he hasn't come back good yet, even though I say he is. Still has to win the races. I don't see the photos yet. So it's not all rainbows and sunshine, and it's not that you just go there and just start crushing everywhere. That doesn't happen all the time. So a lot of risk in doing this, but at the same token, I do want to have a feel for what's out there, what people want to do, and what their financial comfort level is. The last thing I want to do is go buy a horse for $70,000 and have to spend 3 days scraping together the money, because we're not in, our clients, us as a group, are not in the same financial comfort zone that I thought we were. So it's just about being upfront, being transparent, and having the ability to look through a list, say, okay, we can buy that horse. That's a purchasable animal for our group. So that's where we're at. I just want to be upfront and tell everybody we are going to be buying horses on Gate, on the preferred sale platform, at the Harrisburg, at the Meadowlands mixed sale on January the 16th. We are going to be purchasing horses there. If we find a horse that maybe we want to claim that has a good story behind it that makes sense to us, then we will. But having the ability to do that is first and foremost, right? I can't look if I don't have the confidence to purchase. And I think we do, but I'd rather know that we do. So I'm going to talk to Eric about putting together something where we can have people opt in and leave a dollar amount. At the very least, compile our own kind of list, private list. So I guess you can start by letting me know if you do want to be involved and what kind of dollar amount you would be comfortable with. And as I can compile my list, maybe then we can just transfer it over and say, hey, Eric, can we compile something like this? Is there availability to do that? And what would that look like? Because I don't know. I'm not a site provider, so I'm not a website designer. So that's where we're at. I just wanted to give everybody an update. The sale is coming up at the Meadowlands. There are daily and weekly sales. We've been bidding on horses, and I've never really had an issue buying a horse and bringing it to you. But things are going to move kind of quickly, especially around that sale time, and I would like to know what we're working with. So I guess a watered down version of our yearling sales and what we'd like to do with them. So that is where we're at right now. I guess, as I say it wouldn't be that hard at all. Instead of just having the Lexington Bucket A, Bucket B, we could simply have Harrisburg Bucket A, Bucket B. I guess that would be easy to do too. So I guess your input would be helpful in this. Both in regards to if you're interested, if you want to be involved, and two, what you think of what I just said. So that is a little update. It is December the 11th. That sale is just over a month away, and we have Christmas, so that really just takes that right out of the calendar. It's really like 2-3 thinking and working weeks away, and it is worth talking about. So let me know what you think. Drop me a line, and I'll get working on that with Eric, and we'll see what we can do. So with that, hope you guys are having a wonderful holiday season. It was a great week for us, and I hope we keep it going straight into 2023. Take care.